name is Scott, and I need to explain the title of this video. I'm from the United States, and I live and work here in China, so American made, built in China. These types of tables have been around for well over 100 years in one form or another. I designed and built this table because most Chinese homes are very small. This table goes from 3 foot to 4 foot. Let me show you how I did it. First, I machined all the wood components on the CNC. This is the support level. I am machining the groove for the Lazy Susan. This is the rotating level. I am spot drilling the screw locations for the slides. It all starts with attaching the Lazy Susan to the support level. Then attaching the rotating level to the Lazy Susan. I had these parts laser cut and bent form. They hold up and support the outer portion of the rotating level. Then attaching those parts in 8 places on the rotating level. Now the rotating level is supported both on the inner and outer portion. Then I attached what I call the arm anchor plate to the support plate. I'm using a wood dowel to center it. I got these extrusions in a 1 meter length, then cut to size, tap both ends. The center linear bearing is for the star. Next are the slides. For the slides, I had this aluminum plate machined, and I decided to go with 10 millimeter linear bearings, 4 bearings per slide per plate. Then I bought regular clamps for the 10 millimeter shaft. Had the special L bracket made, laser cut and metal formed. I started putting the slides on the rotating level. Even though I spot drilled for screw locations, I got me a crosshair laser, mounted it to the ceiling just to double check. The slides operate very smooth and have no play in them. Attaching the arms, I found this nice little shoulder bolt. Then the use of a wave washer, the arms are snug but move freely. Getting the table to this point is really pretty simple. This just moves the table leaves in and out. Now I have to raise the star 2 levels and the small leaf 1 level. Here's how I did it. I had these 4 metal parts I call lifting plates, laser cut, and metal formed. These plates are bolted to the bottom of the star. At the end of these plates, I have attached a bracket with a bearing. The center shaft rides in the bearing on the arm anchor plate. I have inside ramps and outside ramps. As the table is rotated, the bearing goes up the ramp, lifting the star up 2 levels. This is the small leaf. I machined this part on the CNC, machined in some pilot holes for the 8 millimeter shafts. This is machined on the CNC as well, and made a nice slip fit for these linear bearings. So they will go in like this. And this part, this small leaf, just floats in here. Like this. So when the table hits the ramps, or the wheels hit the ramps, it brings up the star picks up the small leaf and takes it for a ride up to the top, and then everything lines up. This side view, you can see the bearing going up the ramp. It first starts lifting the star, then the lifting plates pick up the small leaf, and both travel together to meet up with the large leaf. I had a number of special parts made to complete the table. These 2 parts I had laser cut, bent formed. Then I tapped the 2 holes, one to hold the bearing and one to hold the adjustment screw. and it goes onto the lifting plate, which is bolted to the bottom of the star. The lifting plate I also had laser cut and bent. The adjustment is to bring up the lifting plate just to touch the bottom of the large leaf. I've got two screw locations, one for the inner ramp, one for the outer ramp. So in reality, there's only 4 adjustment points in the table, and they're all underneath the small leaf. To help further with alignment, I cut a groove in large leaf, star, and then also the small leaf. I bought a 5mm by 10mm wide extrusion cut to length with a little bit of AB glue. I inserted the extrusions, and then after it all dried up, I got on the CNC and cut a 45 on both top and bottom. For the skirt, I had these 4 parts laser cut and metal formed. The 2 on the bottom left make up the assembly on the top left. The top right is a guide with a bearing, adjustable guide with a bearing, and the bottom right is the ramp itself that gets bolted to the skirt. The adjustable bearing brackets are mounted to the rotating level, and the ramps are mounted to the skirt in 4 equal spots. From the floor looking up at the bottom of the table, I routed in a groove for the adjustable bearing guide to guide the skirt. The skirt rolls down to a stop, then the skirt rotates with the table. After the star and the small leaf are up, then roll the skirt back up. Well, I think that's about it. I covered most everything while trying to keep the video as short as possible. Pretty simple design. I want to say thanks to Scott Rumschlag. He has some videos on these types of tables. I bought his plans, I built his table. Turned out pretty good. I learned a lot, and I would recommend his plans to anybody. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Go to my company's webpage, www.gec-asia.com, and click on the contact. Thanks for watching.